Hello everyone. Today we'll be covering the staircase and ramps in Revit. So let's shift to Revit now. So this is the screen that you get. Okay, after setting the units, you should set it to meters, rounding up to 2 decimals. It will be square meters here. Here it will be cubic meter. And now that we are dealing with ramps, the ratio will be 1 is to the units will be 1 is to ratio. Okay, after this we'll go to elevations. So we have our two different levels seen in any of the elevations. You can choose any. Okay, so the difference is 3.05 meters between level 1 and level 2. So just for the sake of our understanding, we will be drawing two random floors on each of the levels. So one will be on level 1 and the second floor will be drawn on level 2. So I'm not calculating any distance between the floors or such, because in today's session we will be connecting two different levels, because we are covering ramps and staircases. Okay, so now let's see what we have in 3D. Okay, so these are the two different levels. So let's talk about connecting them. Okay, again I'm saying that I haven't really calculated how much the distance should be, but we'll see, we'll just work it out. The point is to understand how the ramps and the staircases work. Okay, so when you click on architecture, you have here ramp. Okay, and before we start, we'll just take a look at the parameters that we have. So this is the base level 1. Okay, we'll be starting from the level 1 and we'll be connecting the different the other layer other level, which is level 2, which is our top level. Okay, and if you want, you can even have this as level 1, the top level. Now you will say that how can two levels be the same, but you know what, we can have the top offset to be 2 meters. So you know that you won't have to always connect two different levels, but you can also connect a platform which is there at some meters height from our base level. Okay, so this is another option that we can try, but right now we will be selecting level 2 and the top offset will be 0. Okay, I'll say apply. This is the easiest way to do it. Okay, the run, it is called as. We'll just have to click here and we'll draw a ramp. Okay, so you can see that the ramp is not going beyond 9.14, right? But we are not reaching this level. We cannot reach 3 meters walking just 9.14, right? So why isn't it going ahead? The reason behind it is, we can go in edit type and you can see that the maximum incline length or the maximum distance that we are going to walk is 9.14. okay, so we can always walk more than 9.14. so for example, we can walk 15 meters at an angle and then we will have our landing. Okay, so instead of 15 you can say 10. All right, and another thing is the ratio need not be 1:12. You can have it as 1:10. Okay, so 1:10 is our ratio, and the maximum length that the flight will have, okay, will be 10. So it will be, okay, let's see now. Okay, so you can see now that the maximum length is 10. Okay, so we walk 10 over here, then another 10 from here. Okay, and another 10 right above it. Okay, and this much is remaining, so we might want to go ahead a bit. Or just simply we can draw one from here. I think that will be better. Okay, so we are just falling short by 0.48. Okay, so you need not do that, rather we would go to edit type, maximum incline length to be 12, and we'll delete this and we'll draw it again. It will be covered. okay, and we'll click OK, and we can have this right over here so that you will be able to connect how it is done. You can see your ramp ready. Alright, so the maximum distance you are walking here is 12, this is 10, this is 10, and then this one is 12, and you are at the level 2 then after walking 10, 10, 20, 20 and 12, 32 meters. So that's fair enough. No, this is not 2 meters, sorry, this is less than that. So you will be walking a little over 30 meters to reach level 2, which is at a distance of 3.05. okay, there is another customized ramp that you can do. For that we'll need to create a boundary. It can be any any random shape that you want. Okay, and here we will choose it to be level 1 and say it is been used to climb just 2 meters. Okay, so we have this random shape. So this is what I have chosen from the boundary. Okay, I'll show you again. I'm just deleting it. You click on the boundary and then draw something like this, or any other shape that you want. Okay, and then about risers, I will be connecting my base, alright, and then my top, and then click OK. Okay, so it is giving me an error. The ramp is not long enough to reach the top constraint. Okay, so it is basically telling me to increase the length of the ramp. Okay, so what we can do here is we'll stretch our two sides, and the riser can be here, something like this. You can go for any random shape, but this is something that you can try. So you can see your ramp is ready. If you want to go for some different shape, to do that. Alright, so yeah, and there's one more method if you want to try. Okay, so you can simply go to floors. You know how to make a floor by now. Okay, so this is my floor, and then what I'm doing here is modify sub elements, and with that I can take, okay, I'll just slow it down. I have clicked on the floor, then I have selected modify sub elements, and then I have selected one edge of the floor, and then I can give whatever the distance I want it to go. But here all the calculations are lost because it is totally randomized. It is not at all detailed parametric. It is parametric nevertheless, but detail में नहीं जा रहे हम लोग. We are just giving any random length and then raising it to any random level. Like for example, I have done it to 5 meters. Okay, and I'm now pressing escape, and you can see that the floor is at an angle. So this is the easiest way to do a ramp. Okay, so it comes without railing, so you can always do the railing and change the host of the railings to have the rails on both the sides or wherever you want. Alright, apart from that, you can also do something like this. So I'm now modifying it further. Now forget about the ramp, just look at the shape that I might get after experimenting. Some beautiful shapes that you can try. This is a shape of a tensile structure, you can see, and you can also play with the you can add points. So for example, adding one point over here, so see what has happened now. So you can also try origami architecture with the help of these. You can add one more point over there, and uske saath bhi, if you want, you can play with it. There is anything that you can do with this, so it's very interesting to play with. can see what has happened to our ramp here. If you want to see it in details, I'll just change it. You can see it is a good play with form. Okay, so rather than going away from our topic, I will come back to it. So now that we are done with the ramps, we will go for the staircases. Okay, these are our floors again, which we will try to connect, and for the time being we will hide the other things that we have done. Go to the goggles that are present down here and then hide element. Alright, so we are back to the floors. Alright, and now we'll go to the staircase. So we have selected the staircase. You know that one is at level 0 and another is at level 1. Okay, so these are the same parameters as we used for the ramp. The base level is level 1, the top level is level 2. Okay, so this is the straight flight staircase that we can make. This is the straight flight. Okay, so this time you can go to the edit type, and you can see all the parameters over here. You can play with it, you can change it. Okay, and here is the riser and the trade. And change the trade to 0.3. Here is the actual one, so I'm changing it to 0.15. The trade depth to 0.3. Apply. So this is the minimum run width again. So width is what we are talking about, so we will give it as 1.5 for example. No, let's give it 1.2. Okay, so here is the staircase. So while creating the staircase, you can see in gray color, these are the number of risers that are provided and the number of risers that are remaining. So you can see that the number of risers are going on decreasing as I am increasing the risers. Okay, so with this, now that there is 0 remaining, I cannot add more of them. I'm just dragging my I'm just taking my mouse on the left side, and now I cannot do any more. So I'll just click it, and when you have a look at it from this angle, your level has been reached. I'll just click on the green tick, and then you can see here. Alright, this being the last riser, we have reached to this level. Okay, so easy to make. And if you want to remove the handrail, you can remove it as well. Okay, so we'll have a look at another staircase now. A better view is the top view. So you can also do something like this. If for example you have just this much of space, and then start again from here, and this thing will give you a mid landing as well. You need not drag it to the end, but just take it how far you want to go. Just show it again. Click on this, take it down. Okay, click. Okay, sorry, so we haven't reached to the top yet. Let's try it again, the whole thing again. Go to the top level, click on the staircase. इधर से इधर तक आया, and again इधर से इधर तक आया. And we have reached the desired level. Is it clear? टिक कर दिया तो both of them are now set and you can play with it. Okay, so you can try and message if you have any doubts with these staircases. Alright, so now let's take a look at the other staircases as well. So these are more or less the same. Okay, this is the circular one. Okay, so the circular staircase is ready. You know how to work with the parameters, so this will make the things easier once you understand that. Okay, you can try the different ones as well. Okay, sorry. So this is set. We'll go for another one. Make sure you click on this green tick. I will try this one. Take it a bit to this side. So the difference between these are, that these are winders. So if you want to give some winders, you can use this. Alright, and you can go to the top and rotate it if you wanted to. Okay, as simple as that. Now I want you to explore this option, which is U-shaped winder. It is very easy, not at all difficult. Okay, and you should have total control over it. So try this on your own. I have taught you these 4 already. Okay, now this thing is like what we have done for the ramp in the last option. So in this you give a boundary first. Boundary is what? The 2 sides, okay, which go along the flight. So again, if you want to be something like this, okay, and for this I will be making a DM for the mirror, and you have these 2 ready. Alright, and then the riser. So first riser will be here, another will be here, and the last one will be here. And the stair path, this will start from here and go till the end of the riser, and then we'll take this. Okay, sorry, got it wrong. For this you will have to draft the whole thing. I'll show you. Now that we have done the boundary, it is the thing that I have done now is applicable for the ramp, but for the staircase you will have to draft everything. Okay, so now once this is done, I will make the mirror of it. Alright, and then start with the risers. So this is the first riser, okay, and then I will go to offset, which is O enter, and the offset will be of 0.3. Alright, so I will start doing it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, whatever, and then अभी के लिए इतना ही देखते हैं, रेस्ट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. TR and cancel it out. Okay, remember that trim is fillet. हम लोग जब यूज़ करेंगे so we will be using TR instead of F enter or something. Okay, so ऐसे टिक कर दिया and you can see the staircase is formed. If you want it to go another way, इसी को हम लोग एडिट कर एडिट स्केच. Alright, so our staircase is ready. So we'll try it again. You can take any shape that you want. And it is better if it is drafted already, so that you know, you don't have to rework on it. So we will do this manually. ऐसा समझ लो कि ये drafted है. Okay, draft CAD पे किया हुआ है and you are just giving the pick, you are using the option of pick lines. यहाँ पे कुछ कर रहे हो. So this is I'm trying any kind of shapes for the risers. And this is the last one. Alright, and then stair path. तो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक मैंने path दिया and you can see now the staircase is formed. So this is the way how you can customize the staircases. It is better if you already drafted it in AutoCAD, and hence it will be easier for you to just click on the pick lines and do whatever that is already drafted. Yes, so that's it about the staircase and the ramps. You can see what all things we have covered in this. Alright, so you can give it a try and you can post your doubts on the groups. And if you want me to have a look at your screens when you share it, we can do it on some weekend, so we can try and schedule it. Okay, thank you.